WWE once again made some releases on April 19th, followed by another release on April 23rd. In this video, we'll talk about who was released and some news surrounding the releases, and we'll also talk about Goldberg's recent comments on going to AEW and Tony Khan's response. On April 19th, during Friday Night SmackDown, news broke that WWE had released several superstars. These releases were Jinder Mahal, Veer, Sanga, Xia Li, Zion Quinn, and later confirmed Von Wagner. Jinder Mahal took to his X account and posted, "I quit, Maharaja out." However, it was confirmed that he was in fact released and didn't quit the company. Another released superstar that spoke out was Sanga from Indus Sher. He posted a video on X captioned, "We are all always positive and we expect everyone to be super positive." In the video, he further commented, "There is a little pain in my heart. When it comes to viewership, you want viewership from our country, India. Viewership on Facebook is needed from India. Viewership on YouTube is needed from India. Viewership on TV is needed from India, but when it comes to talent of India, they are not taking you forward. Whatever you were thinking, it is okay. Creative have their own way of working, but you should understand that we are saddened by the fact that our 1.4 billion people like you, people like us, they want their country, India, to have athletes who work at the international level, but you are not ready to give opportunities." These releases were said to be a surprise to the locker room, as these talent were all well liked backstage. It has been reported WWE higher-ups said the releases were due to a combination of not appearing on TV due to creative not having anything for the talent and the talent being with WWE for 5+ years, but their trajectory didn't match the experience level. Another release came on April 23rd, and this time was Cameron Grimes. He was publicly supported by other wrestlers, with AJ Francis, formerly known as Top Dollar from his time in WWE, hinting at bringing him to TNA, and Matt Hardy calling him one of the most gifted pro wrestlers he's ever seen. Cameron Grimes announced his release with a tearful video on social media. He also elaborated more on his release on Busted Open Radio, saying he pitched a bunch of ideas and character ideas. He was told they did not have an idea for him at the moment, and over the past few months he had been telling writers he just wanted to work. He said he would hear he maybe sounded bitter. He didn't understand how he may have sounded bitter, but said he might have been annoying people by asking to work every week. He started to get nervous he would be released because he was making a decent salary, but he wasn't being used. But he says he was told by a high executive he would always have a job there, and says 5 days later he was released. Let me know in the comments why you think WWE released Cameron Grimes, and if you are sad to see any of these talent go, and where you think they will end up. Moving on to Goldberg's recent comments on AEW. If you remember, back in March, Goldberg talked about his intense real-life past with Triple H from his pre-WWE and early WWE days. He also talked about WWE letting Asuka beat his WCW undefeated streak, and back in December, he voiced his frustration with Vince McMahon never giving him his retirement match. It started to look like Goldberg may get his final match, but in AEW. However, that does not seem to be the case. Not only has he stated he put his retirement match plans on hold to help his son Gage prepare for the next phase of his life, but he had some interesting comments about AEW as well, saying he had talked to Tony Khan a number of times throughout the past, but said the product is too cheesy. He added, "It doesn't deserve to have, whatever, you're really going to get me going. But if there was a comparable, viable option as a competitor that would allow me to still look at myself in the mirror after I was a member of their roster, yeah, then it would be a consideration, but not a chance." Tony Khan, of course, caught wave of these comments and responded saying, "Bill wanted to work here. I met with Bill several times. Bill was looking to work here. It's funny because I had a bunch of really nice meetings with Bill and would have honestly been interested in doing something. I have a lot of respect for Bill. I was surprised by that because that certainly wasn't what he said to me when he was talking to me about working here at some point, which I've always been open to, and I really like Bill." Let me know in the comments, what do you think of Goldberg's AEW comments? Would you like to see him have a final match in the WWE or AEW? Do you think it will ever happen? Thanks for watching this video.